Generic greetings. Previously, we managed to get lots of the odd rooms up and running. So we've got the library put in there, even though we can't staff it. We've got the mail room, we've got the shop. We're currently working on the classroom. We also changed the design a bit, and that person is obviously, that's Evelyn Armand. Obviously, she's just nicked something, so we need to do a bit of a search later on. We've got this death row change. So I did ask a couple of episodes ago, what do you want to do with death row? Do you want to get rid of it? Do you want to change things around? Because we did have a problem with the nursery, or rather, we had lack of nursery and family cell space. Now what I've done is I've extended this off so we don't have the proposed kitchen section here. So we gained another 2 cells, which is good, which is why our capacity is 88. But then we're going to get rid of this death row area and make it all family cells like this one down the bottom. So that works out. I do need to just do a little bit of a search prisoner on that one. And yeah, the idea is that we move death row probably over to this yard here, but we'll really have to see how it goes. But anyway, we're doing quite well. We've got 22,046 generic units of currency / generic credits, receiving 4 grand plus change a day, 73 prisoners in total. Our overall prison grading is 33%. That's an improvement over the last one. I think it was 36, and then we last checked it was 35. So that is slowly going down. We did alter the regime. So overall, we are progressing. I wouldn't say better than before, because I don't think we were doing bad, but we weren't doing very well. Like, we weren't nailing it, that's for sure. Let's just go to concrete tiles here, and what I'm going to do is run some concrete tiles around the prison, because I'm aware that the prisoners have been pretty much running on bare earth since they turned up at this place, and that's not good for the shoes and stuff. You get a lot of shoe leather wear on that one, and we don't want that. Actually, I don't think it will be leather shoes. It'll probably be a nice plastic, won't it, in this place, because it's nice and cheap. But either way, we do need to get some of these paths sorted, and that will hopefully help out. There we go. Alright, and did we do this one here? I don't think we did. I don't know why, but the frame rate keeps going to dog shit, but whatever. Okay. There we are. Sorted. Alright. Looks like the shop is now all done, and the classroom is now done, which means I can go to our logistics and then prison labour, make sure that everybody is assigned a shop, which they now are. Classroom does not need any assignment. Everybody's in there, everybody's in there, everybody's in there, everyone's in there. That's good. These areas over the right-hand side, that's a holding cell. This is also going to be a holding cell. Now, what a couple of people have said is that it looks like that Armand person did have something on them, and they've also got a strong, yeah, hits hard with each punch. Grading is reoffending rate. What they're in for? So prison number 108056, 25 years for multiple crimes including murder and assault, and they pleaded guilty on that one. Yeah, what? Oh, there's also gang member. We haven't checked that. I'll check that in a moment. Yeah, this area here was going to be a mirror image of this bottom bit, which is holding cell and then a visitation, which actually reminds me, while I'm on here, visitation should really be expanded, because we've only got 3 visitor tables, which is not good at all. I should have really expanded that a long time ago. Let me just check our patrols as well. We'll go to deployment and then guard patrols. We knocked out a guard patrol now. Oh my, that's all. That's really bad. We should have had a guard patrol in there as well. There we go. Right, so there's that sorted. Right. So what people have proposed is that we get rid of this holding cell, or rather keep that one there, sorry, and then this one up the top, we have that as our death row execution facility, which is a little bit off. It's like, yeah, we could have it there, but it's a little bit going a bit above and beyond, isn't it? That's a bit strong, isn't it? Right at the front door, you walk past it on your way in, but I don't know where else to put it. People have mentioned that this area here, because you can see we've got an armory, then we've got a separate section here. We could have this as death row again. I'm not entirely sure, because the idea is that this yard will become death row, or a death row facility. Either way, I have got it on max speed. I'm going to do a full shakedown on the night. We are currently putting the flooring in. Obviously, we've got the 2 yards, which I need to put some grass over there. Ah, there we go. There's a tunnel. It's always it's always over this side. It's always this side for some reason. We do get a couple down the bottom, but that's the 2nd or 3rd time that we found a tunnel in that corner, which is a bit strange. Either way, we are searching quite well, and we're finding a lot of items here. We've got 1 unit of stabber, otherwise known as a knife. We've got some medication, 2 cutting devices, scissors. We've got 2 packets of cigarettes, a saw, 5 cell phones, 1 lighter, some more drugs there, some shears for doing, a nice little hedges and such, a hammer for beating your other prisoner or cellmates face in, and 2 drills for, just carpentry and stuff, or escaping, or murder, whichever you choose to employ that. Either way, we're finding a lot of items. This is good. I don't know how they managed to sneak this through, but the main thing is that we're finding it all, which is good. or rather we're finding certain items. I don't know how many went missing, because there's, you know, there could be any amount missing, which is not great. We're still waiting for the guards, or the workers rather, to finish this top left section. There's a notebook page. There we go, and we'll close all that down. There we go. I don't know how close I am to finishing the notebook. I've been purposely waiting so I can check the notebooks later on when it's in you know, a full section. Just going to go to our, I think we'll go to intelligence, and we'll check on our gangs. Actually no, confidential informant. Checking these, see if there's a potential CIs, which there isn't. We do have one. Was it Mackenzie Busby or Busby Mackenzie? I don't know which way it's supposed to be. Either way, we do have one confidential informant. Gangs-wise, we have a total of 5 members. So we have 2 red gang members, 2 green gang members, and 1 blue. But because we don't have any gang leaders, then there's no real problem. If we just check, we can see on gangs, they've only got 1 circle. If they had 2 circles, that would be lieutenants. If it's 3 circles, then that is the gang leader, and that's when you should be worried, because then that's when recruiting happens, and you can have 1 or 2 gang members one day, and then 10, 12 the next, and it would just expand beyond all control. So anyway, we got some parole going on there. That is good. We've got some visitors coming, which is excellent, because we now got the parole seating all put in. We've got some lawyers in there as well. We got some Schaefer's father, Renee's mother, things like that. That's all good. We do need to get MaxSec infrastructure through CCTV and camera additions. If we get them 2 put in, then that'll be all golden. So what I'm going to do is, actually no, I'm not going to order any more building, because I want this thing up here to be built, which is just being finished, which is good. Once that's all done, which will be any second now. I said any second now. Ah, shite. We've got a problem. We got a fire. Oh, right. A fire has started in the kitchen. So what we need to do is immediately go to our emergencies. And then that's riot police. We don't want that. That's just, oops. We want fire engines 2 of. There we go. And we won't really need to shut anything down in there. Although, will we? Will we need to shut things down? Because as soon as you put water on the cookers, it will start burning. So we need to check what grid we're on. So it is on the green grid. So what I'm going to do is shut down that power station. And these guys can get in there now. Go, go, go. Move, move, move. Because there's a fire. Okay. So it looks like we've already lost 1 cooker, and we'll probably lose a couple of others. Fire has not really spread that far. Looks like they're preparing and doing kitchen safety. Oh, kitchen safety and hygiene. Probably not the best teacher to do that. Right, I'm going to teach you how to run a kitchen as it's burning. There's a big blaze in the corner. Everything will be fine. Yeah, you might want to fix that. I'll come back tomorrow, to be honest with you. I'll learn that tomorrow. Is there another teacher here? Are you like a substitute teacher? No, just a bit careless, I see. Right. I think that is the fire put out, so we can get rid of them. There we go. No more fire. We need to wait until the water's cleared, and then I'll turn everything back on, and then we won't have people dying, which is all good. So there we go. We'll put the power station back on, and that'll turn the grid on, and we're sorted. So the cooker needs to be repaired. We need to build this wall again. And there you go. And look at that. There's still food cooked on the other side. There we are. Which they're now trashing because it's burnt, and also the prisoners probably don't want to eat that. Right. So that's okay. To be honest, it was a fire, but it's not a real biggie. Don't know where these guys are going. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 mothers here, and they're all wandering off to different areas. It says, where are they going? I have really no idea where they're going. Are they going to do weight benches? No, they're going to chapel. Okay, they're taking the... Oh, they're all going to chapel and stuff. There we go. Chapel is really strong in the game. It does a lot of things. It just calms them right down. I was going to reschedule everything because I did mess around with stuff, and you can see we've got spiritual guidance. Can we start 2 of them? We can have 2 of them. How much does it cost? $2.50 a session. I'm going to reschedule everything, and we can see that there'd only be 1 person. Oh no, there's several people inside that one. Or is there? No, they're still doing that one, you see. 2 till 4. 2 till 4 is now. So we've got 2 people in there. I think it's worth it, just keeping them in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, okay. So, Foundation Education Program, we've got 2 interested, so we're going to start that. Even though it's only 2, at least it'll improve our reoffending rate, which is now down to 29%. That's good. That's very, very good. So, we've almost knocked 10% off the how terrible we are rating. let's go to our utilities and the electrical cable. What we need to do is run the electrical cable probably straight through this thing to about there. Obviously the water pipe is going to do pretty much the same thing like so. And then what I'll do is I'll preemptively put these little kinks in it because that'll connect up the toilet as well. It still gets me that the same pipe that's used for the fresh water is actually used for the toilet as well. It doesn't differentiate between different pipes, which is sensible because you know what, it would just be a nightmare to do. Right, so we need to put all of these things in. I'm just checking our overall design, so it is close to the tops. That's fine. So we're just going to put in the cells. Here we are. And this will increase our capacity to over 100, which means that when we do receive some more prisoners, which I still yet have not done, we will be able to put the mothers in here, which is all good. Right, that is not correct. That is correct. There we go. That is definitely not correct. And I've just cancelled some of the plumbing as well, which is problematic. Ah, well. Right. What I'll do, as soon as I've finished this, like so, and then go back to plumbing. Oh no, looks like it's all being put in. What I'm going to do is go to reports, intake. We don't want any of them. We do want low and medium. I want to say filter capacity 1. Why are we only getting 1 prisoner? I guess it's only counting. Oh yeah, family cells not counted. Okay, that's understandable. Right. So they're cracking on with that. It is currently nearly 10 o'clock. That's fine. We're gonna go family cells. Designate all them. I just realised how dirty that is. Look at that. Filthy. Right. While they're cracking on with that, what I'm going to do is go to our objects, dismantle these, alright? The reason I'm doing that is because I want to plan this off as our death row, because it's important that we do that. Let me just force that open. There's a prisoner. We need to search prisoner. Got a lot of security problems with stuff getting flung over the wall. I'm aware of that, but there's just nothing I can really do about it, sadly. Let's force that open. Looks like this room is now sorted. Let's just go to our rooms and then to family cells, and then we need to increase our capacity by adding all of these in. So, actually the door's the last thing you want to put on. So what we'll do, put the beds in. Got 16 grand remaining. More than enough to get these. Actually, I say more than enough. It's not more than enough. It's enough. But I don't think we'll be... I think the budget will be not stretched, but it's not going to be as close as you think. By the time we get all of these beds put in, because these cots, these cribs, cost 200 a piece. It's not great. There we go. We're down to 11 and a bit grand. Then the drains go in far corner. Like that. This is 80 a cell. It's not a great amount of money left after this. 10 grand there, toilets. 100 a piece. Again, it's going to be 1,400 total spend. It's actually a toilet and a sink. You can see there's like a little sink attached to the top when you look closely. Yeah. And then shower heads. And these are only 20 a piece, so there's no real problem here. So we're going to be on about 8 grand once we're done. In a bit. Huh, 9.2. No problem, really. Then we need to get the nursery put in, which is going to cause a little bit more of a problem. It's certainly going to cost more. So, nursery. There we are. And then expand that right down. Then we need to go to objects and just check down the bottom that we got right. Check. Serving tables. That way. And then a bin. There we are. And then we need to put tables and stuff in. Now, I'm not really going to copy this bottom design because, if I'm completely honest with you, it's a bit cramped. So maybe maybe trying something a little bit different. We don't need to, I guess, but, you know, maybe having it moved on a little bit is understandable. So, I mean, I'm roughly copying it, so it's like that. And then it's cribs. Like that. And then like that. And then cribs. And then... No, I see I've spaced that off, but not that one there. Not that it really matters. Something like that. There you go. There's our total nursery. Different from the bottom one, but I'm not really going to copy it, you know, to the letter. Now I need to put some doors on this, which, once we've put doors on, this place has really cost us some money. And we'll be very low on funds. And we're not really going to receive any more prisoners as of really now, are we? No, we're not. This prison's starting to become a bit of a mixed risk prison. As you see, we've got 18 high-risk prisoners. We've got 29 normal and 23 low risk. I did originally want to have low and medium risk, or low and normal risk, depending on whichever you prefer. But I just ended up getting some more high risk. A couple of them, you know, were designated high risk after doing some stabbing and a bit of murder, so that's obviously not good. And that's how we got some there. I'm just going to run this electrical cable there, so this powers that up. Why is that not powered up? There we go, that'll power that up. And I got some in because I didn't want any more family members for the nursery and stuff, so that's how we managed to get the other ones. I just need to go to deployment and to guard patrol set, but guard patrol, I think we've just got it all the way around. What I'm going to do is cancel that top bit there, cancel that, and then just reassign them right around the top there, and there we are. The reason it was like that originally is because we had, just cancel that one, that doesn't matter. The reason it was like that originally is because we, it does matter. We had the extra room at the top, so it's slightly different size. Right, so this centre bit, let's have a quick look at planning, and then walls. And then imagine if this is death row, so we could have cells running like that. Could have really small cells for death row like that, you see. Don't really need that sort of capacity though, do we? No, I don't like the idea of that. We need these cells quite big, I think. Having these cells quite large would make sense. If we said, for example, though, that something like this was the execution area. Like that. But that's no, it's not big enough. You need to have it as quite a large area. We have these cells as a 3x3. 1, 2. And then on this side, there's your cells. So 4 cells. You could even add some more if you wanted to, like that. And then all of that could be your execution. Is it necessary? You could have another cell there. So your entrance there, entrance there, entrance there. You've got 6 capacity in total. And then you've got this bottom bit, which is your execution, which I don't know if we can fit it in, you see. The thing is, you need execution, which would go there, which is a 2x2. And then your row of seats there. That'd work. I think that might be what we're going to go with. That's the tentative plan, but you can see what we've got going there. Current eat time, and that's good. We've got... In fact, I need to sip beverage myself. There's beverage, chocolate milk. Right, so we got that getting sorted. Everything's plumbed in. We just need to check our actually guards for a moment. I want to assign guards to each individual area there. There we are. And do we not have guard patrols? Yeah, we do have a guard patrol in the kitchen. I was thinking, surely we have a guard patrol in there. Guard in the reception as well. Right. I think we're going to hire some more guards as well, because we're going to get some more prisoners at some point. Looks like we've got an OD going down the bottom here. Hang on. Is it there? Where's the OD? It flashed up. There. Overdosed. Evelyn Armand. Ah, we spotted her earlier with drugs. Oh, rather, we didn't spot her with drugs. I forgot to remove the. Forgot to move that tunnel. There we go. Yeah, we spotted her earlier with something over there, and we did have a little check around, see if she was hiding stuff, and she was, and then she was put in solitary. So she's obviously some sort of drug fiend. Although it's interesting that some of these, oh, double baby in there. What are you doing? Are you sleeping? She's sleeping in the crib. Nope, she's just putting both babies in there. Are they twins? Well, no, because they're different colours. I think there is a thing where they can have twins but different colours. But that's weird because when I scroll in, it changes the the sprite comes in and out. Oh, good grief. Right, alpha game is still in alpha regardless of what they actually say it's supposed to be. Just quickly go to our reports and then programs. Actually, we'll speed up to max speed while we're cracking on with that. We need to check. I'm going to reschedule all of our programs there. Workshop safety induction, people are interested, but we're not doing it. The carpentry apprenticeship, we're not doing that either. We've got behavioural therapy in the queue. We could start another one. Actually, we can't because there's no teacher there. Foundation education program, only 2 interested. It's costing 300 per session, so it's costing us a bit of money there. Nobody's really interested in this kitchen safety and hygiene, but I'm still going to keep running it because when we receive more prisoners, hopefully it'll be added to that. Spiritual guidance, we've got it in the queue there. We don't need to do that last one, so that's okay. 37 have passed, which is a total of 28%, not much at all for the spiritual guidance, but it's a one that keeps running on and on and on. What I'm going to do is I need to get some more grants done. Also, the finishing these off here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 9. So that'll bring us up past the 100, which is raise our prisoner capacity, cell block C, and that will give us another 20 grand, which is enough to then build this big room here. Also, if we get 1 CCTV monitor and some cameras, we'll be able to get some stuff sorted. So this room here still does not have an purpose, and we really do need to figure out what that's going to be. This originally was going to be where we like search prisons stuff. I think we might still do that, have that as a security room. This is a security room, but when I said this is a security room, we're not going to designate it as such. It's just going to be a room where we keep the security things. So we're going to put this stuff in like that. And then we'll put a solitary door on the front there because we don't want any prisoners getting in there. If it does kick off and they get through here, we'll have a bit of a problem. So we're going to receive 4 minimum and 3 normal security prisoners. Let's just check 1 second. What is our capacity? We've got more minimum actually than normal risk than anything else. So what I want to do is actually go to our intake and turn off that. We do want to receive some minsec. There we go, just minsec. And then in this room, we need to just check the grid. The grid's fine, and then we're going to connect that up to some CCTV monitors, and we'll put some CCTV monitors in like so, away from the wall because we can. And then we need 3 CCTV cameras. So where am I going to put them? Well, we could put them pretty much anywhere, but I really want to put them in a place where we don't really need a staff. Now, where could that be? That's still not powered up, and I do have it planned. Oh no, that's what's happened. It's underneath there. There we are. That should sort that out. So CCTV monitor we've got put in. We have that in there, that in there, that in there. Hang on. There. That should then allow me to free up. Actually, we'll spin that round. If we remove these off, it's always best to put them lengthways because they do see through walls because they are magical cameras. If we do that, like so, we then connect them up, and then that should all be golden, and we'll have enough to get that done. So place CCTV cameras throughout your prison. It doesn't say how many, but I think it might be 1, apparently. 1 will do. Right, so we're still receiving prisoners. We're total on, we're still, on the old 94 prisoners. They're increasing it now, but as you can see, it's taking a while to get that all sorted. I do not yet have some concrete tiles running through this area, which is pretty much mandatory if we actually do that. We should really run some tiles there. I have not yet got a patrol all the way around the outside. I was going to have a patrol around here, the outside, because then we could look for escapes, but after all my searches, my many, many shakedowns, I've never once seen any of these try to escape, so I assume that these don't attempt to escape, or I either haven't found it, or just none of them have wanted to do it. Either way, I don't think there's any real reason for this big patrol around the outside. You know, we can keep an eye on them, but that's all that really matters. That's all it would do. Allows us to keep an eye on them and, you know, see if they are digging tunnels, but it doesn't really matter. I would, if I was going to redesign this, I would definitely not have this away around the outside. It means I would get another 4 space, so, you know, it's actually a big deal, that one. This one did require one all the way around the outside, because then we could keep searching them, because it's going to be death row, but obviously we've changed that now, so this is death row in the centre, so yeah. TLDR, I wouldn't bother putting a thing all the way around the outside, which I'm sure some people will say they told me so and fling it back in my face, but, you know, oh well. Right, so we do have CCTV monitor up and running. We need 10 prisoners pass the education course, the foundation education course, and 1 prisoner pass the general education. Sorry, yeah, 1 prisoner. Yeah, originally I think it was 15 and 10 or something like that, and I'm really glad they've changed it. Looks like we've got a nice economy going. People are going to the shop, and we've got someone working in the shop, and actually, we've got some nice glasses on as well, so, you know, very shopkeepy. So, that's all good. We've got some more prisoners. I'm just waiting for this to ding-a-ling off, and then we'll have that sorted. And then we can finish this area. I do want to, because this is a yard, I do want to, I guess, section it off. So we'll do this. Then we know we can go to our objects and then weights benches, because we do have a lot of them in stock, and we'll rotate them around, or we can't rotate them around, but this is going to be where we'll have our weights benches now, because obviously we remove them from the other side, and then there we go. We'll probably have to buy some more because the size is different, so we probably won't have enough. Yeah, we bought a couple more, that's fine. Oh, right. So we need to turf that as well, but I'm going to do that later on. 20 grand completion bonus for a grant, which is our prisoner capacity. It's now 100, which is good. We do need to go to our grants once more and then check. We've got prisoner manufacturing facility, nutritional research, and cell block D, which is what I'm going to get. Gives us a 10 grand advance payment. That says increase our prisoner capacity to 200. I won't get that, but I will take the grant, and I think we will leave it there. Next episode, death row prisoners. We do need to hire a lawyer. There we go. They require an office. They're now in an office. We're going to get death row prisoners. Hopefully, we're going to get this thing built. We're going to get this area built. More than enough, as you can see, 53 grand. So, let us crack on with that. There we are. As always, though, comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.